What up, potty people, and welcome back to Clipped. As always, I'm Eric, your host, and Clip brings you the tools, resources, and people to make you a better podcaster. This week in particular is a part 2 on last week's episode. So before you go any further, if you didn't listen to or watch last week's episode, I highly recommend checking that out. I did a review of a service called MoPod, MoWPod. And what MoPod is, it's an online podcast marketing agency. And so with MoPod, you can pay to boost specific episodes to get more downloads, to reach more people. And it's all episode-based, not the podcast as a whole. They have a self-serve feature for indie podcasters. And within that, you essentially buy downloads. And so I tried that out and I bought some downloads. And this is the part 2 where I'm going to tell you about my experience, how much I paid, and the results that I got. So MoPod part 2, let's give it a go. So last week, I boosted an episode that I released on May 15th, 2024. And that episode is titled, How to Use SEO to Rank Higher in Apple Podcast Search Rankings. And so let's check out the campaign. Okay, so you're going to go to boost.mopod.com, and then you're going to click on campaigns. And when you do that, the campaign that you currently paid for is going to pop up, as you can see here. It's currently ended, and that's one interesting thing. When I purchased this campaign last week, I didn't know how long it takes, the duration of the campaign. Yes, you pay for specific downloads, and you can see here, I ended up paying $100, and for that, I got 111 downloads. But I didn't know if that was going to take a few weeks or a day or a couple days or longer. And maybe that information is available somewhere on the site, but I couldn't find it. But in any case, it happened really fast. I think it was 48 hours or two days, 2.5 days, something like that. And the campaign ended. And let me show you the results now. So you could see here, I guess it breaks down by states, top 10 states. And I haven't really gotten into this. I took a glance at it, and then I took a glance at the downloads in my hosting platform, which is Libsyn. But this in real time is the first time I've actually kind of dug into this stuff. I'm not too analytical, just to kind of give you the insights to what it looks like. Top 10 states, so California and Pennsylvania, looks like those were the winners there. So $100 got me 6,370 impressions, 207 plays, and 172 IAB downloads. IAB is just the way the podcast industry certifies downloads so that it's a legit download. I don't know what the system is, but all the big players use that, and that's kind of the industry standard. Okay, so top devices, it looks like it was mobile and tablet. I think mobile makes sense. Tablet, I don't really listen to podcasts on a tablet. I would think mobile, and then desktop, people at work on their computer. But I don't care where people listen. If they listened, they listened. Okay. So here you can see on the left the total. So you could see here it was 2 days, May 21st and May 22nd. You could see it's broken down on each day by impressions, plays, play rate. Looks like most of the downloads happened the first day, the 21st. Play rate, I don't know what that is. I guess that would be of the impressions, the people that actually played the episode. So there's some data on that there. This is the episode and the actual what the ad looks like. I mentioned they were banner ads, which looks clean. I like how it looks. Listen now. So call to action, super obvious. People see this, they want to click on it and listen. But yeah, that's it. And I did get the downloads I paid for, which is great. But now I'm wondering, what do I do with that? And this was all just kind of experimental. So you could see here how to use SEO to rank higher in Apple Podcast search rankings. This is in my podcast host. This is Libsyn. Obviously, that episode crushed it compared to other episodes. I mean, I had a good experience with it, and I got the downloads that I paid for. And I guess maybe I'm just not as marketing savvy as I think I am. But I'm also now what do I do with those downloads? That's cool. I got those. Are those people sticking around? I'll have to see if I got any followers for that. I'll have to go into my Apple Podcast Connect, which wouldn't be updated by now with that information. But yeah, it's cool to get more downloads. But I guess what I really want is followers of the show, or AKA subscribers, depending on what you call it, on what platform you're on, so that it's like continual growth and those people listened, they got locked in, they liked it, and now they're going to keep listening. Don't know that there's any way to determine that at this moment. This is only a week after I bought the campaign, and I only spent $100. So obviously that's nothing in the world of marketing. But I just wanted to show you kind of what MoPod is, how it works. And if you get that download boost for an episode, like what would you do with it? I think most podcasters are looking for like more retention and a way to actually get followers and people into your world and your ecosystem, and that actually like love what you're doing and putting out, and they follow and they interact. And I realize that takes time, and that doesn't come easy. That's a grind, that's a hustle, that's consistency, that's putting out good content. And I don't know that any marketing agency can really do that for you. I feel like when it comes to growth, it's all about podcast swaps, like promo drops. But all this to say that it does work. You are going to get the downloads that you paid for. I wish there was a little bit more info on where they came, and not even so much where the downloads came from, but where they placed that advertisement. It's the person I talked to on LinkedIn. It says it's across websites, which is interesting though, because people that are on the web going to different websites, I don't know that they're necessarily podcast listeners. At that moment, they're consuming like a website. I don't know that they're interested in that moment to consume a podcast. That's a whole different platform. I know on like Overcast, they have banner ads that pop up when people are like listening to similar episodes or episodes like that are in the same vein as yours, or shows that are in the same vein as yours. The banner ad kind of looks similar to that will pop up. So I don't know. I got what I paid for. I got those downloads, and that was cool. It felt good. It boosted it. But yeah, that's all I got for you. Boost those downloads, and then maybe you know more about what to do with that than I do, or maybe you don't. But in any case, if you have any questions about MoPod or podcast marketing in general, would love to chat. Slide into my DMs at the Podcast Haven on Instagram, or hit me up on LinkedIn, which is actually just my name, Eric Montgomery. There I post about podcasting, tools, resources, and people. So until next time, guys, keep listening, keep engaging, keep creating. I'm out.